Hi, thank you for joining me for Virgo's December Tarotscope. Don't worry, you're not the only ones to get these cards. A lot of these cards are repeating for many of the signs this month. So December, this is weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is your Oracle card. I am using the Mystical Wisdom Oracle deck by Gay Guthrie and Josephine Wall. I am using the Cosmic Tarot deck by Robert Louche. I don't have the box anymore because I use these cards all the time, and this is probably the 5th of this deck that I've purchased in the last 30 years, but I just love this deck. And let's get on with your reading. So Virgo, you, like one of the other signs I've already recorded, start out with the Death card. Now, this is not necessarily physical death, but it does mean that something has come to a very decided end. Something is completely over, completely done, and you have to move on. Now, the card right underneath it is the Queen of Swords, and in the window we see the images that is on the Lover's card over her shoulder. So the Queen of Swords is a woman who is alone, but she's also very bright, very witty, very accomplished. She is not emotional. She's not a particularly emotional person. And maybe that's what you need right now in order to deal with this ending. So this is a friend. This is somebody who can support you and help you, guide you, help you get over whatever happened from the Death card, so that you're not just wallowing in grief, or you're just beside yourself, or you're unable to function. She will definitely help you. Now, the Four of Wands is a card that comes at the end of the first week in December, and the Four of Wands is about stability. In the Rider-Waite deck, the Four of Wands shows the happy family celebrating something like a wedding. In this deck, it's showing someone who is balancing on one leg with both arms outstretched and their other leg outstretched. So this is a card of balance. This is telling you that when you are thrown off balance by something really rough in your life, you need to seek equilibrium. And as you seek equilibrium, you will learn the lessons that you need to learn from this experience, because we're here to go through change, to go through difficult times, and to learn from the experiences. This is a very quick way to progress spiritually. That's why we come to, not the only reason we come to Earth, but that's a big reason people come to Earth. And you're not going to be alone. You're going to have the Queen of Swords with you. Now, at the beginning of the second week, we have the Five of Wands. This is a card of discord, of competition, of people fighting. They're not really fighting with the intent of hurting one another or even of stopping one another. They're fighting in order to perfect their own skills. And so you may find that there are people around you who are a little bit competitive, but really they're using you to improve their own skills. So don't be too offended by the competition that you find around you. And then we have the Queen of Cups. This is also a woman who is really at the top of her game. She has a lot of skills. She's very emotional. And the antithesis of the Queen of Swords, who is not emotional. The Queen of Cups is very emotional. She's very nurturing. She's very concerned with the well-being of others. And she keeps secrets, and she's really good at keeping secrets. So she may be one of the ones that's encouraging people to use you as a benchmark, using you as a measuring stick to see how they measure up. And you may perceive that as competition and as people trying to get your position or get what you have. But turn that around and just realize that, you know, we're really all just in competition with ourselves. But if we don't challenge ourselves by challenging other people, we won't know what we're really capable of. Just a different perspective on that whole card and that whole thing. And then at the end of the second week, we have the King of Swords. So in the first week, you had the Queen of Swords. In the second week, you had the King of Swords. Now, I could say that this was a man and a woman, a husband and wife, kind of a team, brother, sister, people of the sword ilk, people who are good with words, people who use words as weapons even, who are very unemotional, who are there to help you. Or we could say that these are aspects of you, and that this queen is operating at a very high level. And that could be you, Virgo. This could be you being able to really, really handle things in a certain way, but just not quite up to the level that you need in order to find that balancing point to go on in the rest of your life. But by the end of the second week, you do reach that level. You reach the King level, and the King level allows you to release the pain, the difficulty, the confusion, the emotional turmoil that you felt from the Death card, and allows you to move on to something new. Because indeed, in the beginning of the third week, you do have something new. You have the Ace of Wands. So this is the ace that is allowing you to transform yourself, to put yourself out to the world in a new way, to change your image, to change the way the world sees you, and to be very glad and happy about it. Now, the card that comes right after it is Temperance. So it's saying, don't be too wild with your choices. Don't be too hot or too cold. Don't be too high or too low, too dark or too light. Just keep the middle road. But you're going to be very excited for putting this image out into the world, Virgo. But I know that usually you are pretty moderate, so I'm not going to beat that one too hard, because I know that your inclination is to stay in the middle of the road, and yet you want to shine. You want to show yourself to the rest of the world and shine at this time. And while you are putting yourself out in the world, and while all these good things are coming and you're getting over and releasing the old pain, you get the Eight of Wands. So you get a lot of activity, a lot of business, or a lot of papers, or a lot of people, or a lot of appointments. You get a lot of stuff coming at you, which is good. To be busy and to come out of a difficult situation, if you can distract yourself with the busyness, that's really, really good. And all of this activity will turn the Wheel of Fortune in your favor. So the Wheel of Fortune is going to be turning in your favor. So whatever this was that died or ended in the first week, now by the fourth week, you're feeling like you're a winner again, like you're up on top again, like everything's coming your way again. And in fact, you get the Sun. So along with the Ace of Wands, you are going to birth something new. A new job, a new company, a new pet, a new baby, a new relationship. There's lots of things that the Sun can represent, and I'm sure, Virgo, that you're going to have a lot of things to be happy about in December, right around the end of the month, too. The last card doesn't look like such a happy card, but it actually can be, because the Eight of Cups, if you recall in the Rider-Waite, the Eight of Cups is the person in the cloak that's walking away from the cups, some of which are tipped over and some of which are still upright. In this deck, the person is still mulling over their decision and second-guessing themselves. Did I do the right thing? Is this really what I want to do? And so with you, with all these bountiful, wonderful things coming your way, I'm going to guess that part of what you're belaboring is, do I deserve this? And Virgo, you do. You deserve it 100%. So don't waste too much time wondering about whether you do deserve it or not. Just take it in both hands, embrace it, and love it. It's you, it's yours, it is what you deserve. Don't give it a moment's bit of energy that towards the idea that you don't deserve it, because I think you really do. So that's the tarot cards, Virgo. Be sure to leave me a comment, let me know how that resonates with you. And now let's take a look at your oracle card. And the oracle card that comes up for you is Dove, Take a Leap of Faith. What a beautiful Virgo card. The woman in the card really looks Virgo to me, very much. And let's find out what this is about. The sacred dove serves as a reminder that there is always hope, new possibilities, and miracles just waiting around the corner. Enjoy each day as an adventure and live each moment to the fullest. Take a leap of faith and trust where the universe is taking you. This is your time to seize your unlimited potential and embrace yourself for new beginnings, adventure, and joy. And your mantra is, I live in peace, accept miracles, and embrace new possibilities. And you really should, Virgo, because you've got the Sun there, you've got the Ace of Wands, you've got a lot of good stuff going on. And don't worry about this death card. Probably it was something that you could do without anyway. Remember, we just are coming off of the eclipses in the end of October, beginning of November. So some of this may be due to that eclipse action. All right, thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Virgo, thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope you have a wonderful December. I know there's some challenges here, but I'm sure that you can really handle them, and I will see you next time.